Would you like to find your first job on a super yacht in less than 60 days? Well, I have 4 steps to take you there. 4 simple steps, easy steps. Now, if you follow through with these steps, I can't guarantee it, but there's a very good chance that you will get a job on a yacht. So here they are. Step number 1, you need to understand and know where these super yachts are at any given time of year. So yachts are owned by the mega wealthy usually, and they like to take their yachts to warm places. So they don't want to be hanging out in the rain and the cold and the winter. So in the northern hemisphere, typically these yachts will be up in the northern areas during the summer. So that could be the northern US, it could be Canada, it could be the Mediterranean. A lot of yachts are in the Mediterranean. So this is where you'll find the yachts during the summer months, in the north of the northern hemisphere. And then in the winter, they will travel south. So as it gets colder in the northern hemisphere, they're going to travel south and go to places like the Bahamas and the Caribbean and even Florida, those areas. So that is how they travel. And then in the seasons in between, in the spring and the fall, they'll typically be in the shipyard. So you need to understand where these yachts are, first of all, before you start job hunting, because if you go to the wrong place at the wrong time of year, you're not going to find as many yachts, and your job hunting chances will be, you won't find a job as easily. So the next thing you need to do is decide which position that you'd like to apply for. Now, as a beginner in the industry, there are 2 departments that you could get into. There is the exterior department and the interior. And in the exterior, you'd be working in the deck department, and that would be deckhand. And the interior, you would be a steward or stewardess. So neither one of these positions need any previous experience. So decide which one would suit you best, and that leads us to the next step. Think about any past experience that you've already got. So anything that you have done that might be relevant or useful in the yachting industry. So have you worked in hospitality at all? Have you worked in a restaurant? Done any service job whatsoever? Have you worked with people in any capacity? So that would be useful. You worked on a golf course, for example, or have you served people when you were young, when you were in college? Did you have a bartending job? All that would be useful. What about languages? Can you speak another language or even understand it a little bit? That's going to be highly desirable for a crew member. And maybe water sports. Have you ever driven a small boat, or do you know how to paddle a kayak or a stand-up paddleboard? Because if you're going for the deck department, this is going to be useful because you'll be required to be teaching the guests these things. So think about those things. And then the next thing is to put those transferable skills on your CV. So create a CV, a yachting specific CV, and highlight those skills from other jobs or hobbies. And the last step that you would need to do would be to decide where in the world you would like to start your job hunt. So if you want to start, for example, in Europe, and you would like to start your job hunt in France, then you know that there are certain times of year that you should go there to find the most jobs. So you wouldn't go there in the middle of the winter, for example, because there wouldn't be very many yachts looking for crew. So you'd want to go there in the spring to be ready for the summer months. So decide where in the world you want to look for your first job. So those are the 4 steps. Number 1, understand where the yachts travel around the world. Number 2, decide which entry-level job you would like to have to go for, interior or exterior of the yacht. And then after that, step 3, think about any relevant skills or experience that you've got from other jobs. And then step number 4, decide where in the world you would like to start your job hunt, and that will tell you what time of year you should be there. So those are the 4 steps for you getting your first job on a yacht.